Hey guys, what is up? MK Gaming here. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mk.5 Sunderland British Tier 2 bomber. This bomber sits on a 2.0 battle rating, and it's one of the first flying boats that we ever actually received on War Thunder. Now the plane is armed with 7.7 machine guns as its main armaments, and also armed with 7.7s and 50 cals as gunners. Now I'm approaching the first bomb target over here. I'm going to be dropping bombs. I'm currently carrying 8 250-pound bombs. Just elevating it out over here. I sit at currently 3,600 meters. The plane, one tip of advice, don't immediately drop the bombs. You make sure you open the bomb base because there's a bit of a delay. If you hit spacebar, the bombs have to deploy, and it takes some time. Now, immediately I see a Mk.III.a, and I'm not sure whether that's the bomber variant or is that the attacker variant. And I see a friendly SPD over there. We're going to be switching the chat to battle so that you guys see what I'm currently scoring right now. I initially wanted to record this game, and I actually did, but there was a problem with my recording. So I had to redo the replay. As you can see, I got 2 ground targets immediately, 3, and plenty of hits, and I see a Focke-Wulf 200 over there. I don't plan to engage him. I still have 1 bomb left. Heading up towards the landing craft just to drop a bomb and head back down. Now I'm going to be coming up to a very big surprise, which I'm going to be letting you guys know. But I initially see another BF-110, Heinkel 112, and right now I've gotten 9 ground targets, 10 ground targets. The plane acts as a very good bomber at its current tier. Now quite immediately actually I realized that we had lost a few planes, but I didn't know what was coming up next. As soon as I dropped this bomb, I soon realized that I am practically one of the only teammates left in the game. My entire squad has died. The enemy team has completely destroyed all of them, and the entire fate of the allied team rests on a Sunderland. Yeah, you heard me right. I said a Sunderland. Now this is not going to be a very easy game, but for some weird reason, I don't know why. Yeah, I actually pulled through out of this one. Now, as right now, as you can see, there are still fighters, but immediately they'll start dying one by one. Now immediately I turned around and I started to dive down. I realized, okay, I'm going to start engaging targets. And one thing I realized about this plane is it handles very well. It's a good turn fighter. Don't believe what the scorecard says of 35 seconds turn time. No, that's a blatant lie. This plane handles very well, but the drawback is when you're making those tight turns, you have to drop your throttles and turn. Now I go head on with this Mk.III.a, and I realized it was a bad idea at the time, but I immediately also knew that he was the attacker variant. And I see this 109. My plane's badly damaged already, but she will hold. I do score 1 or 2 hits, but it's not enough to actually damage the 109. And immediately I realized, alright, I have to return back to base. I see the base over there. My 2 engines are dead. The plane is not handling very well on a damage module scale. I have to hit the right button. As you can see, that Hurricane pilot is landing on C, trying to think he could capture it. Low tears, low tears. Now immediately my engine 1 is dead. Engine 2 is about to die, and I'm only going to be using the right wing as a throttle control, as you may. Now the left part of my wing is badly damaged, and it's making turning quite hard. As you can see, the plane is shot to hell. I'm just going to fast forward it into the runway. Now you're probably wondering, how do I land without landing gears? Well, that's quite simple. I just basically shoot whatever cannons I have left. I come down under 180, and I make sure my belly hits the center. And there we go, touchdown. And our plane is repairing now as we speak, and soon we're going to be back in the game. I'm going to be fast forwarding that as well. Now as you can see, the entire team is dead. I am the only one left, and I have no idea what to do, how to do it, or even comprehend what's happening right now. There are 3 enemy targets right in front of me, and I have no idea what to do. 2 of those, at least I think, have cannons, and I'm not too worried about the Italian one because I know the Italian guns aren't very good against bombers. They would require a lot of shells to actually do significant damage. So I realized, okay, never mind. I see this Heinkel 112 coming up head on against me. I said, bring it on, let's do this. So I shoot him, and I get his engine fuel. And immediately I realize that I am in serious trouble while my gunners are putting on the work. I switch to gunner view, and I see the Mk.//200 coming up towards me. I'm going to be peppering him, but I am a little bit rusty on the game. I have not been playing it a lot. I shoot the 109, I get hits, and I realize that my gunners are engaging something, and I'm not too sure what. And that was probably the Mk.//200. And I take my lead. Drop it. I hit something important. That 109, probably he's leaking water. And that 109 is coming back up again. I probably have to show him this time. I mean boss. 109's down. I'm moving up. The other 2 enemies are retreating, and I decide, alright, I'm going to drop some bombs and then return back to base to reload and rearm. And in terms of a bomber roll, this plane is actually not too bad. This game was completely stock. I had no problem whatsoever playing the game. In fact, I had no problem whatsoever even dropping payloads or even just doing my job. It was easy, completely stock. And right now I've really got 13 planes. I'm not sure how many bombs do I have left actually. Let's see on the bomb bay. I think I have 0 left. Alright. Anyways, we come out from another gun run. This time I'm using my 7.7s. The stock belt is just alright. It's not too bad. I immediately shift to gunners and I shoot out the armored cars. There's one thing good about the Sunderland is you can do this. The back gunner, has 4 7.7s. So being a ground and pounder is pretty easy actually. And right now I realize that my engine is heavily leaking oil, fuel, and I'm damaged on my center fuselage. So I have to make sure that I do something ASAP. As you can see, I haven't been playing the game in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. And I tried to shoot the SPG and I was just not hitting it. I don't know, for some weird reason I was just so out of touch of the game. On my screen I was hitting it, but right now as you can see the lag was a little bit too much to handle. I'm moving for the kill. As you can see, the plane handles so well on a turn. Now it was at this precise moment that the enemy team was actually reloading and rearm, and they were back in the sky and coming back to engage me. I was so busy engaging the ground targets that I completely neglected to head back to base and actually reload and rearm. And that's more hits. I got 1 more kill. And that's currently 20 ground targets that I achieved to get. And we are leading in the tickers, but not for long, because the enemy team is going to be coming back. And here they are. Now the Focke-Wulf 200 I'm not too worried about. It's what that's trailing him beside him that I immediately see the smoke and I realize, oh crap, I'm screwed. What do I do now? Now my friend Silver Mystic over there in the P40 for some reason is down on the deck, but he's not really doing much to help myself. And I realize that I am all alone, and that's a Heinkel 112 approaching me. So what do I do next? I make sure that the plane's on a steady climb. Switch to gunner view. The Focke-Wulf 200 some or other is coming towards me. I pop smoke. I thought he's actually going to come and engage me in a bomber duel. But then this Heinkel decides, I want a piece of that Sunderland. So I said, alright man, if you want to engage me, you better get ready for some teas and crumpets. So the Heinkel 112 comes up on top of me. The Focke-Wulf is gaining towards me, mainly because one of my engines is badly damaged. And I know what the Heinkel is doing. He's coming in from on top. But I'm going to be making sure that he pays dearly. Now I'm pretty sure that Heinkel pilot thought that he had me. The Focke-Wulf pilot saw that, went, nope, I want none of this, turns away, and I couldn't stop laughing at this point. This was so hilarious. Now I've rearmed and reloaded and even repaired, and I realized something was wrong. Our tickers were going down. And then I realized this guy, Z-Links, in that MC200 was engaging ground targets while I was busy reloading and repairing. So I realized that I had to do something ASAP. Now I've decided to fly under the MC200. I was feeling a little bit lucky today. And the MC200 comes up for a dive towards me, and I said, okay, I'm going to give him a little bit of some maneuvers so that, you know, he's going to miss. And he did. Now my gunners are engaging him at the time being. I realize it's okay. I'm moving up straight to engage some SPGs. And then I'm going to move up towards the landing craft because I know that he is busy. And he's been busy, sorry. And I know that MC200 is coming up on top of me. I still have about a few more seconds before I actually need to focus on him. Drop the payload on top of that bomber. I look up again and I know that he's getting much more closer. The MC200 is a surprisingly fast plane. And he's diving up towards me. I switch to gunners. Now he shoots me and I don't really feel much at all. And I kept getting hits after hits, but for some weird reason this plane wasn't sparking. He turns up again, comes back down, and he's going to come up for a gun run towards me, and I'm just waiting for him. And I shoot. I get a few hits again on him. Still nothing, no damage at all. And then he does something. He just abandons me. And I think the reason why he did that was because my plane wasn't feeling anything at all. As you can see, the MC200 was landing some hits upon me, but I just wasn't feeling it. It was strange actually when I realized it at the start. I was like, wow, my plane has 0 damage. And I feel really bad for pilots who like the MC200. And I've actually remembered using the MC200 against bombers in arcade battles, and those took ages. I could literally spend an entire load on one enemy bomber and he would still be able to return back to base, reload, rearm, repair, and come back and kill me. Now I immediately realized that the landing craft were the last vehicles that actually had RP bonuses. So I was doing my job and I was ground pounding. And I think I would get 1 kill. Oh yes. Oh wait, no, I got 2. Alright, with 1 bomb. And I immediately realized that the tickets are going down, so I decided, okay, I'm going to be doing my job right now. Now fast forward, I already gotten 3 ground kills and I was coming up for this gun run. I just wanted to skip because even the instructor was saying that you guys are taking too long, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm in a Sunderland. I wish I was in a Meteor, but oh well. And I dropped the bombs. And the MC200 is out of ammo and he's returning back to base. I switch back to my gunners. And I start unloading on this landing craft. I keep forgetting to close my bomb base. I'm so sorry for that. And I dive back down. As you can see, the plane is so maneuverable. I was like, wow, this bomber can really handle her own. Start unloading on the landing craft. Boom. That's 1 kill. Switch back to gunner view. Look at that last landing craft. Start shooting. Boom. And we got the victory. And that was the first game in complete stock with the Sunderland. I couldn't believe that this plane was that good at such an early tier. And as you can see on the score screen, I'm going to be showing you guys right now. I got first place in the team. I had 10,000 points, 2 air kills, 21 ground targets, and 6 airboats. And I also want to give a special shout out to this guy over here, Endos Bot. This guy was relaying information on the chat towards me, and he was giving me strategic points and letting me know where the guys were coming, who was behind my tail, like, you know, and just letting me know he wasn't the type that just would leave the game and just let me defend on my own. He was actually there from start to finish, and I want to give a heads up to him. Also check out his channel down on the link below. So alright guys, straight up front, this plane is very good. I generally enjoy flying this plane quite a lot. And with just 2 sorties guys, I managed to ace the entire plane. As you can see the modifications over here, everything it's aced right now. You don't really have to focus so much on the bombs. You can get this on the first take, and then after that you can focus on flight performances until the engines and the wing repair, and then you focus maybe a little bit on the offense or turrets. And if you want to be a little bit more offensive, you can sacrifice flight performance for just weaponries, so basically get the bombs, but I would suggest getting the offensive 7mm so that you don't have to deal with the ball in the belts. And even the turrets, you don't have to deal with 2 ball rounds. You can straight move to universal. The 50 cals as well move to universal, as they offer much more better damage. I would say planes are able to catch on fire much more quicker. If you're going for a more offensive build, remember offensive 7mm, turret 7mm, and 12mm. Once you get those, you can move just to the flight performance. And pretty much actually once you play one game, and if you were to drop bombs on targets quite a lot, you will tend to get almost all of the research points needed for the plane. So just remember guys, when you're playing this plane, it's a good turn fighter, but you must make sure that it's on low speeds. Nothing too fast or it will rip the wings. Remember, the gunners are very, very, very powerful. They are able to definitely penetrate targets with ease. And I would definitely suggest that you guys get this plane. This plane is a very fun bomber. You can land on carriers, landings. When I say carriers, I mean beside the carriers. I don't expect you to actually land on top of an actual carrier, forgive me. But yeah, I would definitely suggest that you guys get this plane. It is a good and fun plane. It is before the Wellington, the dreaded Wellington. But yeah. Anyways guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more videos in the future. I will be doing much more reviews in depth in the future. Till then guys, peace out. I'm out.